Okay, so we're going to start taking notes for Chapter 1. On your notes, I want you to make sure that you put a title and mark the chapter, because you're going to have these notes for the entire semester, and you're not going to want to forget what these notes belong to. So mark this as the Science of Life and Chapter 1. For each of the chapters during first semester, you're going to be copying down and memorizing some root words that will be used throughout the chapter, and this will help you in the whole school year to understand what some of our vocabulary terms mean. So as you're copying these down, make sure you write down the meaning of each word. Some of them you should know. I assume everybody knows that auto means self and bio means life. Some of them might be new. Hetero means different. Photo means light. So already you can start to see some of the words that we'll be using in this chapter, like biology is the study of life. Homeostasis is the condition of things staying the same, or you keeping the same internal regulation on your body. An autotroph is something that feeds itself or makes its own food. On the test, you will have to define words that I might make up. So I could use something that you're familiar with, like ecology, which is study of the house. And you'll have to match the definition of the word to the meaning, to the word itself. So there'll be matching sections on the test with these root words. Okay, and then remember, if you don't have time to finish copying these down right now, what you can do is go on the website and pull up the notes and finish copying down the definitions. So what we want to start talking about are some of the major themes that your textbook identifies in themes in biology. And the first major theme that your textbook identifies is that properties emerge at levels of organization. So the first thing we have to talk about are what are the levels of organization. So if you break living things down into smaller and smaller components, you'll actually start off with molecules, like water, like sugar, a protein, smaller molecules on the atomic scale. And if you put molecules together, you get organelles. And organelles put together make cells. Now you may or may not need to write down definitions for some of these things. You probably know what a molecule, an organelle, and a cell are. From there up, you might want to start writing some definitions, but just simple definitions. So for example, tissues are groups of cells working together. Organs are groups of tissues working together. And systems are groups of organs working together. So it all just builds. Tissues are groups of cells, organs are groups of tissues, systems are groups of organs. Okay, you're familiar with these organs like the heart, the lungs, the liver, and then systems like the circulatory system and the respiratory system and the digestive system. Okay, you can draw an imaginary line, or in your notes you might want to draw an actual line. Sorry about that. You might want to draw an actual line in between systems and organisms, because right there in between systems and organisms is where we switch from being inside a single organism here to talking about groups of organisms here. And on this half, this is what we're talking about when we study ecology, which we'll study more later in a different chapter.